Hey guys, what's up? We're here tonight and it's almost the 1st of October. We're really excited. We got this Happy Halloween pillow already. I mean, that's been out year round, but tonight we're going to do a spooky Halloween tag video. So we're going to be basically just answering a bunch of questions, and if you guys have any questions for us, put them in the comments below. So let's get started.
I found this spooky Halloween tag on Kyla Rebecca's video. She's a YouTuber that I watch, and I think the tag was actually made by Simply Kenna like years ago. And Kyla was talking about how she misses tags going around on YouTube, and so do I, because it was such a popular thing a few years ago. So we really wanted to do the tag, and I think there's like hopefully 31 questions, because that would be awesome.
One question a day.
What? It's a whole video.
One question.
Also, we're drinking tea.
I drank all mine already, and I have
I'm
a sore
drinking
throat.
tea. Yes, he has a sore throat.
All right, question number 1.
Favorite horror or Halloween themed song?
Oh man, you can go first.
The first song that I could think of, because it's obvious,
Don't steal mine.
is not the song that Josh was gonna say. I'm just gonna go the non-obvious route and say songs by Coco Rosie, the band Coco Rosie, or the band Mum. One of my favorite songs by Mum is The Ghost You Draw on My Back. And Coco Rosie, I love the song Gallows and the video for it. It's not like those songs are written for Halloween, but they're just two creepy artists that I love the voices of, and they kind of sound like they're ghosts singing. So yeah, I'll say that so I don't steal Josh's answer, which is...
This is Halloween.
Obviously.
Yeah,
that's the best one.
It's just so classic. The Nightmare Before Christmas is amazing, and that's just my favorite.
Also, while we said that, I was thinking of a song that I listened to today, which is It's Almost Halloween by Panic at the Disco, which I almost don't like the music in the beginning. Like, it's sort of cheesy, but then once it gets to the chorus, it really gets me. So I'm always excited when it's almost Halloween. Name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or an abandoned building. Anything?
Myself.
Oh god.
That'd be the scariest thing for me.
I would never think of that. I don't like saying this because I feel like I'm just giving someone a way to scare me or something. Like, I don't like saying my biggest fears, but chainsaws. Hate them. Hate people with chainsaws. Anytime there's like haunted walks, or I don't even know what they are, haunted houses, those
Haunted
random
hay
things.
rides,
Yeah.
haunted attractions.
Yeah, any of those things where they have somebody with like a fake chainsaw or a real one with just the noise. With just the noise, it's just awful. Like, I actually want to hurt them then. Like, even if they don't touch you, it's just terrifying.
So Coral would definitely not like to run into me with a chainsaw in the woods.
I mean, of all people, I would hope maybe it was you, just like
No.
doing errands.
Because it wouldn't be, because I'm also in the woods running into myself.
Oh god. Yeah, that would be really scary, actually.
I would
then
not
I'd
like
think
to
I
meet
could
myself.
trust you.
There's a really cool quote that comes to mind, not necessarily like pertaining to this, but similar. And it was something I saw on Facebook a while back that says that like hell, basically it says like hell is when you're dead, when you die, you meet the man you could have become compared to the man you are.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Unless
that's
it's
interesting.
unless you made the right choice. But I guess if you're in hell, it's assumed that you didn't make the right choice. But what if like you met the person you could have been and that person was awful? So you're like, good thing.
Well, I think that quote was supposed to be like, full potential you is what you
okay.
meet compared to what you succeeded in your
Yeah.
life. You get to, you would see all of the missed opportunity and regret, pretty much.
And then you'd have to regret everything. Because I think
Yeah.
you tend to forget things.
Yep. Question number 3. That got dark.
Yeah. Question number 3. Have you ever played with a Ouija board? My answer is no. And I've never wanted to, and I don't think that I've ever had the opportunity also. Like, I don't remember any of my friends having one, and I think that I've always taken things very seriously since I was little, like spiritual things. I believe in a lot, so was always told, I don't know, it just has such dark connotations. I think differently of it now that I'm older, but I still wouldn't mess with one. I don't know.
I have not a good experience.
Yeah.
I was like somewhere between the ages of 11 and 14, probably. Can't remember exactly. And we used Ouija Board in our house, and some weird stuff started to happen. I might use those stories for another time, so I'm not going to go into detail.
Ooh, yeah.
But,
not positive.
yeah, we stopped that, and we haven't used one since. So, don't recommend it at all.
10 out of 10. 0
10 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah. Question number 4. Favorite horror monster or villain? Subaki.
Our cat,
I hope you
Subaki.
heard her meow. Wait, because she makes predator noises.
Now she wants to be a cute cat.
You never meow.
She doesn't. It's always...
That's the noise. Aw. Okay. Favorite monster or villain?
Favorite monster or villain? I'm going to say the zombie that was resurrected in Hocus Pocus
Yeah.
is my favorite. I can't remember his name.
It's
I
like
haven't seen the movie in a year or two. Bill? Ed? I don't know.
Wait.
It was something really basic. I know that.
Billy Butcherson?
Bill. Yeah, I was right. It's Bill. That was my first guess, right?
Damn, yeah.
So,
Dang.
Billy Butcherson, that is my favorite horror monster, if you want to call it that, because that was kind of like a comedy horror.
Yeah.
But I like it because they resurrected him to be this evil thing, and he ended up hating the witches and helping the good guys win.
That's a good one. Honestly, the Coraline mom. Yeah, so she's like my least favorite. I feel like she's so awful. But when I was little, I read the book. Only really vainly because the name I love her. No, the name is so similar to mine, and I wanted to read a book with a girl named something near my name. And I read it, and that's way worse than the movie. And if you've watched the movie, it's awful. So you can only imagine how the book is, especially for a kid like me whose imagination is what like caused me nightmares rather than like actual scary things. And just the idea of a monster trying to scare children to like appreciate what they have, but I feel like that movie was super twisted because they wanted her to appreciate what she had, but what she had was also awful. It was just like absent parents who paid no attention to her, and I feel like that makes the movie even more twisted because the moral at the end is like, oh, appreciate these less awful parents that, you know, aren't trying to give you button eyes but are still not really great. So, I don't know. That's a really good villain. That movie is disturbing, and it's so simple, but I love the cat in it.
Oh, the cat's cool.
That's kind of why we adopted our cat Soul, because he looked like that cat. That's why I adopted him. The creepiest thing that's ever happened while you were alone. I remembered this question from the videos, and I still can't.
Yeah, nothing creepy has ever happened to you.
Nothing that I can remember. My childhood was really religious, like from my mom and grandma's side. So honestly, just like nightmares and stuff about the devil were really creepy to me because I just was so often going to church things, and that I don't really know if those nightmares were coming from myself or from my influences, if that makes sense. So that's the only thing I can think of is like really awful devil dreams. He's creepy, talks in his sleep.
Facts.
Weirdly.
Facts.
Like full strange sentences.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff I could just lay on you guys right now, but I would say the creepiest thing that has happened to me while alone is a long story, so I will go to like the 4th or 5th or 6th creepiest thing. At my old house, or my parents' house, I would see like a shadow figure walk across my doorway in the middle of the night. I know nobody else was awake, and that would always like make me have my door closed like all the time. Hated it. That was pretty creepy. At the house I lived in when I was renting from my friend, I was on my bed, and my keys that were hanging on my tack on a wall started swinging back and forth by themselves. That was a little creepy too.
A little creepy.
I'm gonna leave it at those two.
I just thought of one while he was talking. The story of Kareem.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I know. I can't believe I forgot. You know what? It's gonna be a separate video.
Kareem deserves his own.
Okay. Look forward to that.
The story of Kareem coming soon.
If you were dared to spend the night in a haunted house, would you do it?
I've lived in haunted houses to my belief, so I guess it depends on the backstory.
Yeah, I'm unsure. You think I wouldn't?
No.
I probably wouldn't sleep, so
I don't think you would.
I'm not really interested in inviting scary things into my life, if that makes sense. Other than him. Number 7.
I got away with that one.
Are you superstitious? No,
Yes.
but I'm a little stitious.
Get out of here. Yeah.
I broke a mirror once at work.
Still suffering from the bad luck.
I've already been
I'm right here.
unlucky, so I feel like it like reversed it. I make things up to be superstitious about. But I'm not superstitious about black cats. They're the best. I don't have one right now, but
You don't have to give in to the stereotypical superstitions.
yeah, you can make them up and worry yourself to death.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision?
Yes, I already talked about that 2 questions ago. It sucks.
Was that peripheral technically?
Yeah.
Or I guess.
I'd be like doing something,
Oh,
and it's just
true.
like, vroom, and I'm like, oh crap, here we go again.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Question number 9?
Which urban legend scares you the most?
Huh.
Urban legends.
Bloody Mary.
I was about to say Bloody Mary.
Yeah, absolutely. I was terrified as a kid.
Yeah, that's the only one I've had
That
personal.
literally, like, I couldn't sleep at night, and I never even did it. I just knew the story. And
I did it.
That and Candyman, both of those, I'm just like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I did it. I definitely did it a lot, actually. So I guess I didn't believe it, but it freaked me out because kids used to say that she lived in this barn next to my school, like that we could see from recess. So that was weird.
She lives in the mirror.
I know. I didn't get that part. I think they missed. They just made it up.
Something was lost in translation.
And that was my favorite house too. This little house with the barn next door. And I was like, "What do you mean somebody scary lives there?"
Yeah.
It's me.
Question number 10.
Do you prefer gore or thrillers?
Thrillers.
We kind of talked about that together like yesterday. It was more like more than gore or thrillers. We just prefer like Halloween movies. Like, or I do.
Like movies based around the holiday of Halloween, like Halloween, like Hocus Pocus
Halloween
or Halloween Town, like Disney movies. It's weird.
Miyazaki movies like Kiki's Delivery Service.
Also like Hotel Transylvania 1 and 2. Like I love both of those.
Those are actually really good.
We just like cute Halloween things.
Yeah.
I'm not really into like the gore. Like it's not like that scares me. It's just like not interesting.
I don't like gore. I feel like I'm too empathetic. I get very like grossed out by it, and I'm just like the whole time. And I feel like I close my eyes the whole time.
I just
watch
feel like a
stuff with it.
majority of horror movies made today is based on jump scares and sound design rather than actual horror.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe in multiple dimensions or worlds? Yes, I do. Probably because I've meditated a lot. So I believe in like astral projection. Ever made a potion of any sort? I feel like technically no.
Probably not, no. Not that I can think of.
I want to like get into that more.
I might have made a potion that like makes you forget what you've done, so then I don't remember making the potion.
That's the only potion I've ever made, every time.
Yes, I keep making it, and I don't remember it.
Do you get scared easily? Number 13.
It depends. Depends on what's going on. Depends on how I feel, what the like mood of the day is, like what the like house situation is.
I really don't know. I feel like I do. Like I'll get jump scared.
My reaction's always like an offensive reaction.
Yeah.
So
He's like punch.
Yeah, I'm just like
Don't scare him.
Don't scare me.
He's just
See that uppercut?
That's.
One time she walked into my parents' basement and I was on the unfinished side in a jigsaw mask. I was in a jigsaw mask. She was like, Josh! And I walked out of the unfinished side with the jigsaw mask on and she fell on the floor.
I don't like jigsaw. And I don't know why my reaction was to fall on the floor. It would not have saved me. At least I learned.
That was
about
hilarious.
Myself. I don't like the basement.
Nobody likes the basement.
I feel like we should just have a house and just has the floors that we live on. Why do we need the extras?
For emergencies.
Stuff? You don't need stuff
for emergencies.
I'll just die. Because I'm going to die in the basement anyway when Jigsaw appears.
Next question.
Oh, 14. Have you ever played Bloody Mary? Yep.
Nope.
Nope. 15. Do you believe in demons or the devil? Are you real?
I believe in demons, but I don't believe in Satan.
I feel like I'm in the middle of figuring out what I believe in because I've believed in more basic Christian ideas my whole life. So it's hard to, I don't know. Everyone's different, but it's kind of hard to just be like, I don't believe in it anymore. I guess I don't necessarily like believe in the devil as like this pointy horn red dude or whatever, but I do believe in evil. I think that's real. But I don't think that it's like an excuse for everyone and their evil actions. Just be like, the devil made me do it, or God made me do it. They did it.
Take responsibility for yourself.
I think that demons are everywhere. Like, I look at so many people, I'm like, that's a demon. I'm losing my voice. The devil made me do it. You're home alone, but you hear footsteps in your house. What do? That happens constantly. We have neighbors. Or people that live in the attic. I don't know, one or the other.
I look out the window, see if a car is here of a person I recognize, and if not, I grab a weapon.
Do they walk in?
And I peer. One time, I was here and Coral was not home, and we have Halloween lights. We have Halloween lights that go down our hallway, and the lights cut out, and I thought somebody like unplugged the lights or something.
Yeah.
And like the first thing I did was just like look for a second, and then I just like quietly got up and grabbed my shotgun and I walked through the house. And then I found out that our Halloween lights just died. But
17. If you got trapped in one scary movie, which would you choose?
None.
Yeah.
None.
Just like, do I have to choose?
Scary movie.
Can Halloween Town be
Hocus
a scary
Pocus?
movie? We're just cute. No, I want to live in Halloween Town, actually. Even if there was all those conflicts.
Yeah.
I'll help Grandma. Oh, rest in peace.
Yeah.
I want to live there. 18. If you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would you be?
Bockleton.
I was gonna say a ghost, but they look like weird KKK members when you just wear the sheet, so I don't want to look like a Klan member.
Either a skeleton or the crow for me.
I already feel like I would just want to look like a witch always.
Mm-hmm.
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, that was a
Because
good
I
year.
did a really good costume of that, and I feel like it just fit me, so that would be sick.
True.
Would you ever go to a graveyard at night?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not something I'd like never do.
Very cautiously and maybe with some.
I really love
Weaponry.
graveyards. Like, they're more peaceful than the living to me.
Lucky on my head. Lucky on my head.
In a zombie apocalypse, what is your weapon of choice?
My moon crescent knife.
The thing I feel like we bought specifically for a zombie apocalypse.
It's got a bone handle, serrated on the inside and sharpened across the outside.
Hockey looks. I can't focus. Okay. This is probably a sad answer, but I've thought about this when, like, I'm not into zombies really, and zombie shows, but I've always just thought I never want to live in that world. If, like, there's just zombies everywhere, I don't think I want to, like, kill myself, but I'd rather just kind of die pretty early.
Yeah, but what was your weapon of choice?
Suicide. No.
Depression.
Depression. That's always my weapon of choice. I guess I could choose a gun or something then. I
Probably.
don't
You
like
are a
guns.
sharpshooter, too.
I'm good at aiming. Guns, not anything else.
She could shoot a gun.
I think I'm just gonna go with
Pistol.
Sailor Moon weapon.
Oh,
Wand.
I didn't know we could use imaginary weapons.
Or something from Zelda.
I would choose a different
Pick your
weapon.
What? Do you have one?
The Avatar.
Just the Avatar state.
Everybody thinks he's dead. He's my secret weapon.
Oh, okay. It won't be like you.
Mhm.
Sick.
No, I mean, if it could be me, sure.
Yeah.
Could I
that's what-
earthbend as a weapon? Because that would definitely be my weapon of choice.
Yeah.
I literally just put them all back in the ground in one fell stomp. Or blood bending. Although, do zombies have blood? That's another video for another time.
Eat blood.
No, they
Just
eat
the full
brains,
video.
Coral. They're not vampires.
There's blood in brains. Is there blood in your brain?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I think there's
Yeah.
blood like around and through like the...
Next video. Is
Yeah.
there blood in your brain?
Is there blood in your brain? Tune in next week
Makes
on
no
Willow
sense.
and Crow.
Would you rather go to a Halloween party or go trick-or-treating?
Halloween party.
I know. Trick-or-treating was so fun, but people...
I feel like it got lame because now they make it earlier and earlier, so you can only trick-or-treat during daylight hours.
Yeah.
And people are stingy with their candy.
And people are literally just...
Which I understand, because as an adult, I realized that candy is like $15 for a little bag, and you're like...
It didn't really used to be, though.
Candy used to be affordable, Halloween used to be fun, and then people had to ruin it.
Yeah, because I feel like when I was a kid, they already started doing the whole putting razors in your candy
That's
thing.
never happened. There's never a recorded instance of that happening.
There is.
No, there's not. The only reported incident that started all of this is because a father tried to poison his son with a pixie stick so he could collect on life insurance, ended up poisoning his son's friends by accident. That's where it all came from, and it wasn't a stranger. Nobody's out there putting drugs in your candy, kids.
Unless you're at a rave.
I'm very passionate about Halloween, and I hate how society has ruined it because they're all scared.
Well, because they feel like they want to have their little harvest festival, and they
The
don't
people
want
you
to
know are
worship
the most
devil.
dangerous to you, not the people you don't know.
Yeah.
That's fact.
22. You're in a horror movie. Are you the final, it says girl, but final person, the first to die, the comic relief, literally him,
Comic relief first.
the
to die.
skeptic, I wasn't finished, the smart one, or the killer, also me.
I could be the killer or the comic relief.
Ew, like you're a clown. That's literally, you just described that you're a clown. I feel like I am the first to die.
First
No,
to die.
or I could easily, I used to do this in dodgeball, be the last to die because everyone forgets about me. Like I tend to be invisible, at least when I was younger. So I would accidentally make it to the end and then I'd die because I wasn't really doing anything, I was just being forgotten. I'm not the first to die, shut up. 23. If you're the killer and I'm the first to die, I need to end this relationship.
I'm the closest to you. What did
and
I
I'm the
just
comic
say?
relief, Coral.
What did I just say? The people closest to you are the ones you have to worry about the most.
I know.
I'm not gonna kill you.
Keep your enemies closer. Do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie so you can go to sleep?
I did as a kid, but I don't really watch much horror movies nowadays.
He doesn't. If I watch something creepy, a lot of times it just has to be a certain level of disturbing.
Mhm.
If it's disturbing and I just feel like gross after, then I do. Whilst while watching scary movies, are you the person who yells at the characters, the person with their eyes covered the whole time, or the person who falls asleep?
Fall asleep.
Eyes covered.
Alright.
Yeah. Yeah, you fall asleep.
I fall asleep during any movie. It doesn't matter what kind of
yeah.
genre it is.
Are you the one who gets scared or the one who does the scaring? I'm not scary.
I do the scaring.
I feel like every year for my entire life I've wanted to be scary for Halloween and I end up being fucking fairy princess or something.
No, you were the girl with the cutthroat.
Finally. Yeah, finally,
When you
now
met
that
me.
I'm grown. Yeah, but when I was younger
I changed
even,
her life for
my
the
mom
better.
used to tease me about it. Like every year I'd be like, next year I'm gonna be something scary, and I was like, just too cute. Like,
I changed her for the better.
but I'm still not scary.
You have been.
26, favorite scary book.
I already know
Josh
yours.
doesn't read.
I do so.
I'm kidding. He probably has like 5 books though.
I have way more than 5 books. I have a whole
That
shelf.
he's read.
I have a whole
Okay, what's your favorite? Well, I think.
shelf. I haven't read any Halloween books.
What about the like Eyes of Darkness or whatever? I haven't read it yet.
Oh yeah, all right. Dean
That's-
Koontz, The Eyes of Darkness. It's about a
Scary.
mom who like her son died, and like she never got to see the body, and she has these like weird telepathic connections about how he's still alive, and then she ends up finding him, and it's this huge conspiracy. It's crazy.
All I can think about right now is Ray Bradbury's Something Wicked This Way Comes, because it's the last book I read. I don't think it's basic just because Kenna talks about Ray Bradbury a lot. Now I really want to read other books by him though, like October Country. Stop it! How old were you when you saw your first horror movie?
I was a kid, and it scarred me for life, and it led to
remember
my
it? What is it?
Buried Alive.
Yeah.
I want to be
hate-
cremated
because of that
movie.
movie.
Like straight up, don't
Same,
bury
and
me.
Pet Cemetery.
Cremate me and throw my ashes on some mountains. I'm not getting buried. That is the
Climb a
scariest.
mountain
Yes.
for you?
Yeah, you do. So stay in shape.
Alright. I'm dying first.
Who's gonna put me on a mountain? You can't.
My ghost. What are you gonna be for Halloween this year? A bride!
No, you skipped it.
Oh. What was your first Halloween costume?
The first one I can remember was a vampire.
I just remember myself being a princess.
Okay.
What are you gonna be for Halloween this year?
I'm gonna be a groom.
I'm gonna be a bride.
And then I'm gonna be a crow. Not the crow, which I was last year.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a crow this year.
And I'll be a wolf. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, black cat, owl, bat, rat, wolf, what would you pick?
Bat.
If I could have a wolf, that'd be perfect. If it didn't kill me.
Vampire and werewolf.
I don't understand sports.
Alright guys, last thing. I'm going to shout out this deck of tarot cards that we got from Roost Books, based in Boulder, Colorado. You can find them on Instagram.
At Roost Books?
I think it is Roost Books, yeah. At Roost Books. Or roostbooks.com. We'll put a link in the description below. And that is where we got this deck called the Fountain Tarot. It's really nice. Holographic. It comes in a box. So you open this. And on the inside cover it says, "You are the voice and the breath of the universes." It comes with a book to explain the tarot cards to you and tells you different ways to lay them out and choose different meanings. And you can follow this specific tarot at Fountain Tarot on Instagram. The creator of this is Jonathan Saiz, and the writer is Jason Gruel. The designer is Andy Todaro, and Roost Books is the publisher. It's on this card. So the back's really amazing. It's very graphic designy, artistic. Okay. It's got silver siding on the cards. It's like really cool. And all the cards have really interesting and unique designs as well. These are some of my favorite designs on the cards as far as the artwork goes. This one is the Eight of Swords. Then we have the Six of Swords. Just really beautiful artwork. This is one of my favorite, Death, Major Arcana. The Five of Coins. The coins set has really cool artwork. I'm going to show you two of them. This is the Four of Coins. It's just amazing. The Moon, Major Arcana. It's really cool. The Nine of Swords. The Magician.
That's you.
Nope. And this is my favorite card out of the tarot decks. Not as far as artwork, but as far as the card, actually. And this artwork is nice too, so it's cool. The Fool. And it's pretty nice. I like it because it's whimsical. He's jumping from like icebergs or something, it seems like. And I'll just read the description for the Fool. I always loved it. It's a good card. When I first drew that card in one of my readings, I was pretty offended, and then I read the meaning, and I was like, oh
I'm
wow,
not a
like,
fool.
it just became my favorite card. So it's the very first card in the Major Arcana. The Fool, boundless innocence. Suspended between spiritual and earthly existence, the beautiful Fool is the newly born soul embarking on a bright adventure. Free, clear-hearted, unformed, and open to discovery, he is joyfully oblivious to his surroundings. He needs the counsel of others and would be wise to listen when it is offered. With limitless possibilities before him, he is anxious with seeking and excited for what life is ready to teach. Though some find his quest absurd, he is not swayed. With an open heart, he is led by the inner voice of his true self. The meaning behind the Fool is a fresh start, new adventure and opportunities, deliberate emptiness so that one might receive things newly, childlike excitement, a willingness to step outside the norm for the sake of self-discovery and fulfillment. I really like that card because before I even read any of that or knew anything about the Fool, that's just kind of like how I live my life. I'm never closed-minded about changing my own situation and taking risks to better my own happiness and my own spirituality. So I can relate a lot to the Fool, and that's why it's my favorite card. So anyways, this is a really awesome deck. We both read it once tonight. We got it today.
Amazing.
We connected really well with the deck. The reading came out extremely well. And here's the little book it came with. And it's just beautiful. Definitely worth a look. Check out roostbooks.com and check out the Fountain Tarot and Roost Books on Instagram. So thanks for watching. Can't wait to put out another video, and I'm glad we did this spooky Halloween tag because it gave me ideas for other videos. I can tell you guys some of my ghost stories. It'd be awesome for you guys to share maybe some of your answers to questions that intrigued you in the comments. We want to interact with you guys. We want to hear and comment back and forth between.
And if you do the tag, if you have a YouTube channel, totally let us know down below. Thank you.
Thanks. See you guys next time.
Happy October.